Yuuto Suou, a young man who was transported to the world of Yggdrasil and became the patriarch of the Wolf Clan, leads his people into war with the Horn Clan alongside one of his Einherjars, Felicia. Using phalanx formations, which Yuuto knows about due to his knowledge of the 21st century, the Wolf Clan overpowers the Horn Clan. The battle ends in the Wolf Clan's victory when another of their Einherjars, Sigrun, captures the Horn Clan's patriarch, Linnea. Yuuto then threatens to burn the Horn Clan's capital to force her to become his sworn little sister, making her his vassal. Yuuto contacts his childhood friend, Mitsuki Shimoya, in the 21st century using the cell phone he still possesses. Later, Yuuto and Linnea attend a ceremony where she becomes his sworn little sister. However, Yuuto then receives news that the Horn Clan is being invaded by the Hoof Clan, prompting him to come to their aid. The Wolf Clan agrees to aid the Horn Clan in their conflict with the Hoof Clan. Yuuto has Sigrun perform nightly cavalry raids in the Hoof Clan's camps, depriving them of sleep and causing them to be exhausted during the battle. The Hoof Clan's patriarch, YNGVI, attempts to flank the Wolf Clan's phalanx formations, but he's intercepted by Sigrun and is killed, which ends the battle with the Wolf and Horn Clan's victory. Later, Linnea reveals that she's a hereditary patriarch, which is illegal in the technocratic Yggdrasil. Believing herself unworthy to lead, she proposes to marry Yuuto, uniting their clans with him as patriarch. However, despite Felicia going over the advantages of this, Yuuto cannot bring himself to accept. Later, a young man arrives at the Wolf Clan's capital. The Wolf and Horn Clan celebrate their victory over the Hoof Clan when Steinthor, the patriarch of the Lightning Clan, as well as an Einherjar with 2 runes and the murderer of the Horn Clan's previous patriarch, arrives unannounced. He and Yuuto have a brief face-to-face after which he peacefully leaves. After the celebration, Yuuto contacts Mitsuki, who scolds him for not calling in for such a long time. Later, Yuuto is visited by twin princesses of the Claw Clan, Albertina and Christina, who came to him with a marriage proposal. Yuuto rejects them and Christina reveals that it's just a test. She then reveals that she and her sister wish to become his sworn daughters, as they had deemed him to be the greatest patriarch in Yggdrasil. Yuuto and Felicia visit a Horn Clan city, escorted by Albertina and Christina. The city's inhabitants were unwilling to accept their subjection by the Wolf Clan and refused to execute their policies. Luckily, Linnea was there and convinced the people to try crop change. Linnea later confronts Yuuto about her marriage proposal, which he respectfully rejects. When asked why, he tells her about him being from the 21st century and that he has a crush on Mitsuki. He is then informed that the Lightning Clan is preparing for war against the Wolf Clan. While Albertina and Christina volunteer to spy on the Lightning Clan, Yuuto does research on Steinthor and learns that he is actually a brave fool who can only use brute force, causing him to vow not to lose to him. The battle between the Wolf and the Lightning Clan begins. The Wolf Clan initially has the advantage with their superior weapons and strategies, until Steinthor single-handedly turns the tide when he overpowers Sigrun and breaks through the Wolf Clan's phalanx formations, forcing them to retreat. He gives chase and eventually catches up with Yuuto at a river, where he fights the Wolf and Horn Clan's Einherjars by himself. While Steinthor is able to hold his own, he and the Lightning Clan are defeated when they get caught in a flood wave caused by Linnea destroying a dam. Yuuto notes that Steinthor was foolish to rely only on his own strength and believes him to be dead. Surprisingly, he actually survived, but with his army annihilated, he is forced to admit defeat. Following the war against the Lightning Clan, Yuuto agrees to take a vacation with Linnea and the Wolf Clan's Einherjars, but it turned into a disaster when they all try to use the opportunity to seduce him. After the vacation, Sigrun receives a new katana from the Wolf Clan's blacksmith, Ingrid, to replace the one she lost while fighting Steinthor. However, this doesn't erase her shame for losing it in the first place, until Yuuto returns it to her after he found it on a market. Later, the Wolf Clan receives a huge profit by selling glass cups Ingrid made using Yuuto's instructions, which he then uses to fund free education. Yuuto recalls how he became patriarch. The previous patriarch, Felicia's father Farbauti, named him successor, causing his son, an expected successor, Felicia's brother Lopter, to kill him out of spite and flee. Later, Yuuto is informed that the Hoof Clan has been conquered by the Panther Clan using the Wolf Clan's technology. Realizing Lopter is their patriarch, Yuuto attempts to make peace. They respond by attacking the Horn Clan, forcing the Wolf Clan to go to war with them. While the Panther clan is able to surround them, Yuuto protects his forces with war wagons. To break through, Lopter has his Einherjar, Sigyn, turn his soldiers into berserkers. He then confronts Yuuto, but Felicia holds him off long enough for Sigrun to arrive riding a camel. The camel's scent causes the Panther clan's cavalry to flee, forcing them to retreat and ending the battle in the Wolf clan's victory. In the 21st century, Mitsuki's friend Ruri takes her to her cousin, Saya, hoping that her knowledge of mythology might help them find out more on where Yuuto is. After hearing Mitsuki's story, Saya draws several connections between the world of Yggdrasil and Norse mythology, with Yuuto being the Black One, Surtur, who causes the end of the world known as Ragnarok, the Wolf clan being the infamous wolf Fenrir, and the massive snake Jörmungandr, both of whom die at Ragnarok, and Steinthor being the thunder god Thor. Mitsuki later informs Yuuto about Yggdrasil's connections to Norse mythology, after which he goes on a walk with Albertina and Christina to clear his mind. This leads him to a brothel, where he meets a girl who strongly resembles Mitsuki. The girl who resembles Mitsuki claims to be Lifa of the Jarl clan, and Yuuto takes her to the Wolf clan's palace. However, she's soon revealed to actually be Sigdrifa, the divine emperor of the Holy Askaldr Empire, the ruling power of Yggdrasil. She also reveals that she knows about the ritual that summoned Yuuto to Yggdrasil, causing him to regain hope of returning home. Later, the Wolf clan enjoys a New Year banquet. Afterwards, Yuuto is informed that the Lightning clan has started moving again. The two clans meet on the battlefield, and while Steinthor is able to break through the Wolf clan's war wagons, Yuuto is able to separate him from his forces. However, at the moment, the Wolf clan is ambushed by the Panther clan, leaving Sigrun to face Steinthor by herself. Facing the Panther clan as well as the Lightning clan and being out of strategies, Yuuto decides to face them head-on after inspiring his men with a speech. Meanwhile, Sigrun is able to defeat Steinthor using a sword technique Yuuto once showed her, causing the Lightning clan to retreat. As the Wolf clan begins to overpower the Panther clan, a desperate Lopter once again has Sigyn turn his men into berserkers to get to Yuuto. The two then face off in a sword duel, with Yuuto ultimately coming out on top. However, Sigyn then uses her rune, which causes Yuuto to break free from the effects of the divine mirror that summoned him to Yggdrasil and fade away, leaving only his cell phone behind. He is then transported back to Mitsuki in the 21st century. With Yuuto gone, the Panther and Lightning clan seize the opportunity to strike back at the Wolf clan. Lopter scolds Sigyn for sending Yuuto away, as he wanted to kill him with his own hands. Meanwhile, Steinthor plans to join in the fight alongside the Panther clan. Linnea is also advised to turn on the Wolf clan, but refuses. The Wolf clan struggles against the combined forces of Lopter and Steinthor, with the former losing one of their strongholds. In the 21st century, Yuuto goes shopping for new clothes with Mitsuki, but has second thoughts about staying in Tokyo. When Christina informs Lifa about Yuuto's disappearance, the latter explains she's the only one who can counter Sigyn's spell and bring Yuuto back. At the park, Yuuto tries to contact the Wolf clan through Mitsuki's phone, and Felicia takes the call. Yuuto asks her if she could summon him back to Yggdrasil, and she informs him that Lifa could, but will nevertheless respect Yuuto's choice, even if he decides not to return. Ultimately, Yuuto chooses to return to Yggdrasil. Mitsuki decides to go with him. Yuuto allows her to, on the condition that she marries him. In the end, Yuuto reclaims his throne as Patriarch of the Wolf clan, with Mitsuki as his bride. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let us know by leaving a like, subscribe for more stories, and check out other stories here. And if you like the sound of my voice, my name is Nate Barone, and you can follow me down on the social medias down in the description box. Until next time, anime fans,